everybody, DW here. I'm on the range again. It's me and Uncle Bob. We've got the new barrel out here. Look at that, huh? BullBerry, Utah, 2520 Winchester. I'll show you the bolts in a minute in case you've never seen them before. But it's a 10-inch barrel. I picked it up used. And it's a caliber I really like. I didn't really anticipate ever finding one for the Contender, but it was a really good deal. I couldn't turn it down. So I picked it up, and here we are today shooting it. I got part of a box of old factory ammo. I've got some, this is, I think this is factory stuff. No, this is not. This is old factory stuff. I showed it to you in the video introducing the barrel. We'll shoot up some of this just to shoot it up. But it's real old, real old factory stuff. See the domed primers on there on the right? And those black primers on the left, they're old. So interesting to see if anything goes off, everything goes off. Some of these could really be dating back 100 years. Now, we honestly could have some 1920s, 1930s ammo there. So see if it goes off, it'd be pretty neat. These are only about 20 years old. They're not cheap. Even today, they're even more than that. And then these are some Handloads that I did a while ago. I did these 13 years ago. 2400, 86 grain, midway bullet. John Taffin hot load. We'll see. We'll try them out. But same frame as I've had all along. We've got a 2-power Burris on there. I just mounted up. I bought it with a 4-power Burris that's on it's on my Hornet now. And we've got targets out there at 50 and 100 yards. Probably just concentrate at 50. But I do have 100 out there. We can try it if we like. Really nice day. Slightly overcast, but real warm. Supposed to be like 75. So let me get the camera set up here and we'll start shooting. Give you a little bit different angle today. Oh, a little bit different angle today. First I stopped at Dunkin'. Had to get my coffee. And let's start with the factory stuff. Almost a full box. I did bore sight it before I even put it on the frame. So this is an 86 grain. Wow. Snug chamber. Okay. I lost my bag last week. A nice bag that I had picked up. I split it with the darn Maximum. I got the end of the barrel too close to the bag and burst, and a blast cut the bag. So I gotta fix it. So we got some other stuff to figure out here this week. Let's see what we got here. All right, I got a couple holes in the right-hand target, so let's start on the left-hand target. It seems blurry to me. Let me let this down and see what we got going on here. Yeah, the crosshairs are blurry. I don't know if I got to go in or out, but we'll see. Yeah, they're not getting any better. So let's see. Oh, I can't go in too far. I got the scope pushed forward. Let's hope I don't have to go any farther in. Glasses screwing me up. Yeah, it is these glasses. It is these plastic glasses. It's clear without the glasses on. All right, so we'll just put up with it. No, it's just the glasses. Hopefully it won't affect our accuracy here. All right. All right, the level says we're level. Crosshairs say we're in the center of the target. Let's touch one off. Whammy! There is the first shot. I didn't show you the bullets, but everything looks fine. Let me show you a bullet here. Show you an old factory one and a new factory one and an ancient factory one. All right, I got a jacketed one. I got two jacketed ones and two lead ones, all factory. I'll get behind the camera here and show them to you. So what we've got here on the left, that's a new Remington from probably the 90s. That second one there is a lead, but it's copper flashed. Looks like that's a Winchester Western. This next one is an all lead bullet. That one there's a Remington UMC. That's the one with those black primers. And this one here is another lead one. I'm sorry, another jacketed one. And that looks like WRA, so that's a Winchester too. So there we go. There's what it looks like. It's originally a black powder cartridge, 20 grains of black powder, 25 caliber. And again, the light load was a 60 grain. It was a high velocity. There was a few different loads available, but there was a 60 grain high velocity load. And there was 86 grain jacketed, 86 grain lead, 75 grain lead. There was a number of different loads. And the velocities are about 1400 in a rifle for an 86 grain and about 18 for a 60 grain in a rifle. So in this 10-inch barrel, no idea. I don't have a chronograph up today, so we'll see. But that's what we got going on. So stand by and I'll get shooting some more. All right, our first shot was about 6 inches low, dead center. So not too bad. More sighting got us on paper, really good. Let's try another one. This brace is just really nice on the bench. Okay, we're level, centered. Here we go. Very light recoil. Wow. All right, we are about the same 3/4 of an inch to the left, and we're now about a 1/2 inch low. So that responded really well. Let's use our brass to adjust. We're going to come up just a little bit more. You see, I go up 8, so let's come up 2 more. And then left, we're going to come to the right. Let's come 3 to the right. I like to give them a couple taps in case they're gummy. Just lets them know we're expecting them to move. Another one in there. Let's see how this one goes. We are an inch to the right and about an inch high, so it went too far. Surprising it moved that much, but it did. So we'll come back half. I'm not so worried about it being high. We'll come down 1 click. I don't mind it being a little bit high because it's only 50 yards and I'd like to see where it does 100, and I'm sure it's going to drop. All right, we'll try one more here. All right, we are almost dead center and we're back low. So maybe my hold was the problem for being high. So we're just going to bring that back up. And then we'll do another one. It jumped way up high again. Let's leave it there and try another one. It's only about an inch high. It's higher than I'd like it to be. But let's see if it wasn't me or if just the scope needs to settle in. Again, it's only 2 power, so nope, we're still high. So I'll bring it down one more click. And let's throw one out there at 100, just for, see what we get at 100 yards. No parallax adjust on this one. That ain't easy to do, let me tell you. The target is a postage stamp. I heard it hit. I do not see a bullet hole. I do not see a bullet hole. Not a big surprise. Let's look at one of my handloads. I thought I'd have brought my 60 grainers, but I guess I didn't. I had a box of 60 grain. These are 86 grain too, but they're my hand load. These are the 2400. We'll try it at 50 first, and we'll try it at 100. Oh, that one hit way to the right. 6 inches, 5 inches to the right. Don't know if that was my my squeeze or hold, or if it was the ammo. Let's try one more and see. Strange that it would go so far to the right. I know it's a lot hotter. Hold is definitely on. Yeah, it's to the right. So that's just where that one shoots, for whatever reason. Shoots to the right. All right, there we go. Let's wrap this up. Take a walk down there and look at the target. It's a fun one to shoot. we'll spend a little more time another day. Just wanted to get some rounds down range and see how it worked. But it's a pretty nice setup. There it is again. 10-inch BullBerry, 25-20. Let's check our targets out. Stand by. I gotta bring you back in here. I found my other ammo that I wanted to shoot. This is my hand load. I don't have a date on it.
Gun?
Yeah, I do. Also in 2012. So it's 12 years old, 13 years old. It's a 75 grain spear. And no pressure signs whatsoever, but it's a lot hotter. It boots you a little bit. It doesn't kick hard, but it definitely kicks you more. And I want you to see the blast coming out of this barrel. I think you're going to be in frame there. I'm going to shoot at 50 yards, the right-hand target. We'll check it out when we go down. Here we go. Kablam! Definitely got some oomph. And I just put 3 bullets at 100 yards. One of them is about this far to the right. I moved it over, and the next 2 are side by side in the bullseye at 100 yards. So very, 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 very happy with this 10-inch BullBerry barrel with this hand load. Let's go down and look. Okay, here we are at 50 yards. Now, no, we were sighting in. We didn't know what was going on. I got to put my pasters down here at the floor. So here was the very first shot. Then I shot the second shot. Then I moved it over. And then what did I do? I think I did this one. Yeah. And then I moved it over and I did this one. And I moved it down. And didn't do those. What did I do? I think I went to 100 yards. I think I went to 100 yards because I knew it was going to be all right. I expected it to fall low and I didn't mind being high. So I left it. And then I came back and we tried that old ammo, the old stuff. And both of those hit over here. Remember I said it shot way to the right? So there's one and there's another one. And then I think I shot a third. I think. But I'm not sure. And then I was putting everything away to take a walk down here and I found the other box of ammo. So I pulled it back out. I put 1 bullet in and I shot and I put it right there. And I said, oh, that's not bad. And I was impressed with the blast, the feel, everything felt much better, much, much better. So I loaded another bullet in and shot that one. I said, oh boy, there we go, we're good. I went out to 100 yards. I'll show you that in a second. Then I just came on video here for you guys and I shot 2 shots. Now this was the 22 target. 1, 2, 3, 4 was the 22 Magnum getting it started. And these are the last 2 shots with the 75 grain spears at 50 yards. Now my crosshairs cover that red completely. That's what I'm looking at. I can just see the red through the 2-power scope, and when the crosshairs come over, it disappears. So when it disappears, it reappears, disappears, reappears, disappears, reappears. I hold it so it's disappeared, and I touch the trigger. Obviously, I can see the heavy crosshash reticle outside the target, but in here, all I'm seeing is this red disappearing. I can't really tell where I'm holding, and that's what I was able to do. So let's go see 100 yards. And here we are at 100. Now, I found the bullet that we fired first that I couldn't find, and it's right down there. That is the 86 grain factory Remington. Zeroed, or aimed right there. That's where it fell. I knew it was going to fall low, but I couldn't find it on the paper. But we just found it walking up here. So, going back to those 75 grainers, there was the first shot. So it shot way to the right. I moved it to the left. I shot that right-hand hole. I put another bullet in. Shot the left-hand hole. That's a 1-inch red square. So that's just over 1 inch apart for 2 shots at 100 yards on that. Now my crosshairs, this is a 2-power scope. My crosshairs are probably about that wide. probably about 3 inches or so wide. So that barrel shoots really well. I'm very, very pleased. Very, very pleased. I'm loading up some more of those. We're going to have some fun. Look out, coyotes. God bless everybody. CW out.